Let's dive into something pretty fascinating, the powerful, ancient connection between when we eat and how our brains actually perform. We're going to uncover the science behind how your eating patterns can literally flip a switch in your body that supercharges your most important organ.
So let's just start with this one simple question. What if skipping a meal, something we're usually told is bad for our focus, could actually make your brain stronger, more resilient, even better at learning? It sounds kind of backwards, right? But the science behind the answer is, well, it's absolutely incredible.
To get it, you really have to look at this stark contrast. See, our brains were forged over millennia in a feast and famine world. To survive, our ancestors had to be sharp, focused, and clever when they were hungry. I mean, that's how you'd find your next meal. But fast forward to today, and we live in a world of constant feast. We've got supermarkets, food delivery on our phones. Food is literally everywhere, all the time. We've totally eliminated the famine part, but in doing so, we might have lost a key advantage that comes with it. Okay, so to understand why, we need a quick look under the hood at our body's fuel system. Think of your liver as your main easy-to-access fuel tank. Every single time you eat carbs, you're topping up this tank with a type of stored sugar called glycogen. This is your body's go-to #1 source of energy. But here's the kicker. That fuel tank, it's not very big. If you're not exercising, those energy stores in your liver only last about 10 to 14 hours. After that, the tank runs dry. And this forces your body to make a really important decision. It has to switch to a different, and in many ways, a much more powerful fuel source. And this is that journey. Once the main fuel tank is empty, your fat cells get the signal to release fatty acids. These travel all the way to the liver, which starts converting them into these amazing molecules called ketone bodies. These ketones then hit the bloodstream, and this is the crucial part. They can cross right into the brain, giving your neurons a super high-quality alternative fuel. And this whole biological process has a name. It's called the glucose to ketone switch, or the G to K switch for short. It's this deeply programmed evolutionary survival mechanism for dealing with times when there's no food. It's a state of metabolic flexibility that, honestly, most of us in the modern world very rarely, if ever, get to experience. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so the brain can run on a different fuel, big deal. But it is a huge deal, because it turns out ketones are so much more than just a backup generator. They actually act as powerful signaling molecules. They send messages that switch on a whole bunch of protective and regenerative programs inside your brain cells. And the main hero in this story is a ketone called beta-hydroxybutyrate, or BHB. Not only is it a fantastic source of clean energy for your neurons, but BHB also talks directly to your DNA, activating genes that produce some seriously important proteins for your long-term brain health. And just look at the upgrades BHB initiates. It boosts BDNF, which scientists often call miracle grow for the brain because it helps neurons grow and form new connections. It kicks off autophagy, which is basically your cell's internal deep cleaning and recycling program. It even helps build brand new mitochondria, the little power plants inside every cell. It's like a complete neurological tune-up from the inside out. And this quote right here just drives home how critical that BDNF boost really is. It's essential for synaptic plasticity, that's just a fancy way of saying the brain's ability to build and strengthen connections, which is literally how we learn and remember things. It's also key for creating brand new brain cells and for making the whole system more resilient. So yeah, more BDNF is a huge win. Okay, so this is probably the most important point of this whole explainer. The magic isn't in staying fasted forever. That's just starvation. The real optimized benefit comes from the cycle itself, the process of switching back and forth between these two powerful metabolic states. And this strategy has a name, Intermittent Metabolic Switching, or IMS. It's all about intentionally creating a metabolic challenge, like a period of fasting or some intense exercise, to trigger that G to K switch. Then you follow that up with a recovery period of eating and resting to refuel and rebuild. It's this powerful rhythm of beneficial stress followed by recovery. This breaks it down perfectly. During that challenge phase when you're fasting, your brain goes into this conserve and repair mode. It gets tougher, it cleans house, it becomes more efficient. Then, during the recovery phase, after you eat, it flips into growth mode. This is when all the heavy-duty construction happens, making new proteins, building new connections between neurons, even creating totally new brain cells. You need both phases for an optimized brain. And this table just makes that molecular dance crystal clear. It's like a biological seesaw.
In the challenge phase, look, ketones and autophagy go way up, while the hormones that signal storage and growth, like insulin and mTOR, they go way down. Then you eat, and it's the complete opposite. Insulin and mTOR shoot up to fuel growth, while ketones and autophagy take a back seat. It's a beautifully balanced system. So, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for you? Well, intermittent metabolic switching is a seriously powerful tool. It could potentially enhance how you think, improve your mood, and make your brain fundamentally tougher, more resilient to stress, injury, and even the decline that comes with aging. You're basically tapping into an ancient survival circuit to optimize your brain for the modern world, which might even help protect against some nasty neurodegenerative diseases down the road. And all of this really leaves us with one final powerful thought. We spend so much time and energy thinking about what we eat. But based on everything we've just seen, you have to ask yourself, for the long-term health and performance of our brains, could when we choose to eat be just as important?